적색 머리띠를 착용한
tactical
18명의
capability as
여군
well.
특전용사들이
So
포함되어
today
있습니다.
maybe they probably show their physical exercise.
비상금은 특수작전을 한 공격과 방어 기술의 자유자재를 구사해 적을 단숨에 제압하는 실전.
As President Moon remind of his own personal experience when he was in
I think it'll
special
be a
forces.
reminiscent
He
moment
did
for
the same
him.
thing, and not the same event, but
Similar drills that he's been through when serving
yeah, they have to,
the special
they did.
forces.
특전용사들이 대검을 이용한 공격 및 방어 기술을 선보이고 있습니다.
So we can see some female special forces as well.
Looking back, it's nearing the end of this entire ceremony today. Professor, if you want to chip in, what sort of a significance would today's ceremony entail compared to maybe previous events that we've seen?
Yeah, we have to see event in the social, political, and cultural context. When Moon Jae-in became the president, we expect this kind of liberal president or more lean North Korean sunshine policy kind of thing. But from this event, maybe we can see the strong command-in-chief leadership. Also, Moon Jae-in's image as a special force is not just as the human rights lawyer, especially to international committee and the Washington D.C. area. So this event is kind of has a many diverse message, including location, the location, and Moon Jae-in's the presidential special message to people.
Highlighting the two-track approach he's been boasting ever since taking office, that he will support North Koreans with humanitarian aid to those young North Koreans in famine, and while also pushing for strong military deterrence. Like this, we've seen today President Moon coming up with a stern face, giving commemorative remarks that South Korean military is not backing down when it comes to deterring North Korean threats.
So for this event, Moon Jae-in maybe avoid the kind of message to humanitarian things, and because for this event, this is an event for the strong defense capability against North Korean provocation. So President have a diverse event, including May 18 ceremony some months ago. The time he became kind of human rights lawyer, has a warm-hearted, and today's event is he have to show.
And that's when he also approached some of the peaceful way of resolving the North Korean
Absolutely,
issue.
yeah. His final strategic objective is a peaceful Korean peninsula by peaceful means, including negotiation between the two, including possibly U.S. and Japan.
And we've just seen a demonstration of the special forces showing how to suppress an enemy while facing them with not much of an equipment or
in the war event, the special forces have to go in the back area of the conflict zone, not just front area, for their missions, assassination or destroying key posts, including plant or Pyongyang key post, including Chuseokgung or that kind of place. They have to have a strong physical, individual capability.
남녀 특전용사들이 대리석과 기와를 격파하겠습니다.
and the special forces demonstrating yet another strength of smashing some of the are those rocks laid in front of them?
Including female?
The strength, yes, both male and female on display.
특전용사가 공중으로 도약해 대리석을 격파하겠습니다.
Journalists in Western cultures always they have a kind of joke on when they watch the South Korean special forces kind of event or North Korean thing. It was very special, yeah.
But it's not something that you would see elsewhere, but in Korea.
Yeah. even when we deploy our peacekeeping forces in Africa or East Timor kind of thing, they have that kind of performance, not the same capability, but our peacekeeping forces from the Rock Army, show the kind of taekwondo or performance things to the local area citizens.
자랑스러운 특전용사들에게 다시 한번 뜨거운 박수 부탁드립니다.
I think with that wraps up today's Armed Forces Day ceremony. If you were to put it in one line, what would you say about today's ceremony under the new Liberal president?
I think it's a very successful event, especially in showing up our defense capability based on the trial system, including the kill chain, KAMD, and PR. Also very important event in the Moon Jae-in administration's message to the international community that we have our own defense capability against the North Korean provocation while they pursue the peaceful solution, including negotiation.
Right, and not to mention that the Liberal president's influence of him serving for the Special Force taking upon today's ceremony with a lot of the demonstrations from the Air Force unit and with the Special Forces presenting with some martial arts.
Yeah, also, Special Forces martial art and air power of the Rock Army. And Rock U.S. Alliances as well, one of the parachuting exercises conducted by Rock U.S. soldiers at the same time.
And with that, about an hour and a little over half commemorative ceremony on this 69th Armed Forces Day. That's actually the October 1st. That's slated for that commemorative day anniversary.
Right.
But it's taking place 4 days prior to that as that day this
long
year.
holiday.
Yes. 굳건히 지켜나갈 공군상원학교 생도들입니다.
So we must see next year event.
So this
That would be
could
the place,
open up a
maybe
door
Air
for
Force.
the government to be hosting such of an event at this location in the coming future, if
우리
necessary,
국군은
hopefully.
6.25 전쟁
Yeah.
당시 목숨 바쳐 자유민주주의를
Interesting.
수호했고
So,
전후 복구와 조국 근대화에 헌신했으며 어떠한 상황 속에서도
And the major said
조국
earlier,
수호의
the second
박수와
fleet
기부를
is
흔들림 없이
responsible for
완수해왔습니다.
defending West Sea, including NNL area. So we have a tragic history about the Cheonan incident and the Yeonpyeong Island attack and kind of thing. So this is also great meaning to defend any North Korean provocated conventional attack. We have to defend. We have capability to defend them.
And in this live shot we're seeing much of the Korean Army's military equipment all in line, from K2 tanks to K21 infantry fighting vehicles. And anything you want to spot on, Professor?
Oh yeah, K9 is
Self-propelled
especially
artillery.
important artillery system, and it's very successful in the overseas area as an acquisition export. Also, the highlight thing is trial system, as you mentioned earlier.
Yes.
As you mentioned earlier, Hyunmoo 3 and Hyunmoo 2, and Pak2 and Cheonggung, and kind of weapon system. This is based on the tailored deterrence strategy between the ROC and US. And trial system is included the kill chain system and KAMD, Korea Air and Missile Defense System, and KMPR. This is similar to Eisenhower doctrine during the 1960s Korean massive punishment retaliation. At the time, Eisenhower emphasized on any kind of Soviet Union's nuclear attack or ground forces attack in Europe area. He promised mass retaliation. So this is a very strong deterrence effect on the Soviet Union.
And we might be seeing more of the American strategic military weapons being stationed in and around the peninsula as The presidential office of Cheong Wa has confirmed that South Korea and the U.S. says that it's going to deploy more of its military assets on the Korean Peninsula as well as around the region. So we might see more of these equipments going down the list starting next year.
Yeah, sure. So this is also important event for showing up the ROK-US alliances against North Korea provocation, including Jeremy Brooks today. So this kind of things support Moon Jae-in's promise to emphasize ROK-US alliances.
Strengthening the bilateral alliance.
Yeah, absolutely. And both countries last night, according to Chief of National Security Office Jung Woo-young, said that both countries agreed kind of strategic military asset, including maybe B-2 or B-10 bomber kind of thing.
Submarines as well, nuclear submarines.
Yeah, to rotational deployment in the Korean Peninsula until later of this year. And both countries agreed last October 2016 extended deterrence strategy and consultation group EDSCG during the SCM meeting in Washington D.C. So this kind of strong message. As you know, North Korean military unit or the KPA, Korean People's Army, had a lot of problem, corruption and leadership problem, and young people avoid their military system, and even prostitution and the drug issue. So we have to consider all this matter, and loyalty issue is important. According to Klaus Jebit, and three things is important for victory of war, and widow people, government, and the army. So we have to be proud of our armed forces.